There's a lot of talk about Alzheimer's disease. Everybody's afraid of getting it. And mostly what we hear about is what causes it and things to do after you get it. But what about prevention?
Exactly. You know, there was a study that came out from the UCLA Center on Aging that talked about 10 strategies that we could use to prevent Alzheimer's disease. And we're going to spend some time talking about that for a change, so you'll know what to do to at least improve your chances of getting this disease.
And some of the things that are on this list might surprise you, like drinking 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day.
Right. If I drink 1 cup of coffee a day, I'm just like
Me
this.
too.
And a lot of people don't sleep right. But if you're one of those people that does drink 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day, it decreases the amount of amyloid plaque that forms, and it also has a lot of antioxidants in it that are good for us. So it's something to think about if coffee's your thing.
And I think it's not the decaffeinated. I think it's
the caffeine.
The caffeine
Exactly.
has something to do with it. Another thing that's surprising is flossing your teeth.
Right.
Because there's something about periodontal disease that can
There's
lead
a clear
to inflammation.
There's a clear increase in incidence of both heart attacks and strokes and Alzheimer's disease if you have infection in your gums. So we want to do as much as we can, if you have periodontal disease, to try and treat that. And some of the quick tips you can do is make sure you get enough vitamin D and vitamin K and coenzyme Q10, your brushing and flossing, because that will do a lot to help prevent that.
Well, the thing about this one that I thought was surprising is that if you develop periodontal disease before you're 35, it increases your risk for Alzheimer's disease like, what?
4 times.
4 times.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
It's a big deal. And how about using your brain more? You use it or lose it. Spend more time on Google, like we do.
That's a good
trying
way.
to study all these things that we bring to you every day on drsavuda.com.
And there's other ways to create new brain cells, like exercise, for example.
It does a lot. Exercise is great. Making sure you get enough of your omega-3 fatty acids, either get your flaxseed oil or your fish or krill in. That's certainly going to help. Make sure your stress levels aren't too high, and see what you can do about getting more sleep. Control your weight. Get enough of the B vitamins.
And don't drink too much alcohol.
Alcohol does a lot to cause dementia. That's right.
It kind of can make you feel that way even if you don't have it yet.
That's right. That's right. And how about apple juice? You know, apple juice actually increases the concentration of acetylcholine, which is a very important neurotransmitter that's deficient in people who have Alzheimer's disease, and it's the basis for some of the drugs like Aricept that we use that are supposed to increase it.
Or eating a whole apple. You know, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, three apples a day might help to keep Alzheimer's away.
That's right. And head trauma. You know, look at your footballers, people who are out there getting head trauma. There are at least 19 studies that show that Alzheimer's disease is much higher in people who have head trauma.
Or if you do a sport like bicycle riding or horseback riding or what have you, wear a helmet.
Right. Try to keep the risk for a head trauma down. Meditation seems to help. The functional MRIs and SPECT scans have been done on people who meditate show that they develop a bigger brain, have less cognitive decline, and it's a good thing for us anyway to find more ways to be in the present tense.
And nutrition, you know, besides the apple juice, they also recommend blueberry juice and grape juice.
Right, do that about 3 times a week, and it reduces your risk for Alzheimer's disease by about 4 times.
Or vegetable juice.
Indeed.
Eating a healthy diet.
Indeed.
And black tea and green tea, but if you don't like tea, you only need it once a week. You know what I do is I put a little bit of that matcha green tea in my green drink. Because I'm not real crazy about tea, but I put a little bit of that in there.
Vicki, you do one of the best jobs in nutrition of anybody I know. You're doing these green drinks all the time, and I drink a little bit too. But you're never going to get Alzheimer's disease if that's the basis.
The other thing too is red wine. You know, just a little. You don't have to drink a lot, but a woman can have like a glass of red wine a night, and a guy can have 2 glasses. I don't know why they get 2.
We have bigger livers. That's why. So we detoxify a little bit better.
But the resveratrol probably.
Well, that may be part of it as well.
And getting the high fructose corn syrup out of your diets. And starting with kids when they're young to teach them to live a healthy lifestyle and to get rid of that junk food.
Well, that and prevent head blows and encourage them to do more languages than one, and maybe to do something about going to college, because it seems like the people who have better education are less likely to do that and to be socially active. So here you have it. These are all the things, according to the UCLA Center for Aging, that that they advise that will help lower your risk for developing Alzheimer's disease.